6, I'm Abigail Blackrick. Today I'm in Sheboygan, and if you've ever been to Sheboygan, you might have seen some awesome inspirational art sidewalk chalk around the sidewalks. And that's thanks to Susan Melton, the artist behind the Sidewalk Chalk Project. Susan, tell me about the Sidewalk Chalk Project.
It actually started just about 5 years ago. I was going through a really rough time in my life. I was very, very depressed, pretty low. And I was trying to figure out a way to pull myself out of that. And I did a lot of reading on positive reinforcement, positive thinking. And I actually saw a movie called What the Bleep Do They Know? And it was all about how what you do influences everything around you. They were showing an example of a plant that got negative speaking, and then of one that got positive, and the one with the positive speaking obviously bloomed. And so I'm like, okay, what can I do to make myself feel better and make other people feel better? And I started writing positive notes and sticking them up on the mirrors and on the windows and on cupboards, wherever I could see them, to just kind of keep reinforcing to me that things will get better, just keep looking for the positive. And after I saw that movie, I thought, you know what, maybe if I could do that and put it out into the world, not only will I help myself, but I might make somebody else's day better, because that's what, they say, if you want to feel better yourself, make somebody else feel better. So I picked up a bucket of chalk one day and took some things that I wanted to write down, and actually started in Traverse City with a couple of sidewalks, and it just went on from there. It was going to be a summer project, and at the end of the summer, I couldn't stop, and I have been doing it every day, rain or shine, snow, wind, whatever, ever since then. So yeah, that's well over 1,700 days in a row, and I can't imagine stopping. I just can't.
And so it's now going on 5 years, like you said, every day that you've been doing this, and rain or shine. So I'm sure that with the inclement weather that Michigan sees, there have been some days you haven't wanted to get out there. So what's kept you going?
Honestly, the fact that I'm making a difference, not only for myself but for other people. The feedback that I've gotten from posting these on Facebook, it actually has its own Facebook page, the Sidewalk Chalk Project, from not only in my community but from around the world. When you know you're making a big difference in somebody's life, you want to keep making a big difference in somebody's life, and that's what keeps me going.
So in the time that you've done it, have you received any feedback from somebody saying, you really turned around my day, or even more than that?
I honestly have. There's a couple of stories that just make my heart explode. I got a message from a mom who said her and her son were having a particularly difficult day, and he was having a hard time in school, and I chalked by their house, I don't know who they are or where they live, a message that said, because of you, I didn't give up. And she messaged me and said that her son had asked her if that was a message from God. And, that just touched my heart, that it made that big of a difference in someone's life.
That's wonderful. And I'm sure that not only have you impacted other people's lives, but keeping with this, how has it impacted your life?
Honestly, things are great for me. It has made a big difference. The first thing I do in the morning is to look for something positive to chalk that day, to try and figure it out. And then when I put it out there, I get a sense of accomplishment. It makes me feel good that I continue, that I have a passion for it, and that I follow that, and that I know that it's making a difference for somebody else. I mean, I don't think I'll ever stop.
That's amazing. And coming up, like we said, it's almost 5 years, and right now we're under the pavilion in downtown Sheboygan, where you're going to be having a big event in May at the end of Mental Health Awareness Month. Tell me about that.
Well, last year I decided, I'm going to see if I can get the community involved in this, and do a community chalking day and have everybody bring something that they want to put out into the world. And so we held it here. I wanted to do a fundraiser and awareness for not only mental health but suicide prevention, and try to raise money for that. And so thankfully the city of Sheboygan let me use the pavilion, because it was pretty rainy, pretty cold and dreary that day. But people came out and it was wonderful. So we're going to do it again on Memorial Day, right here under the pavilion from 10 to noon.
Exactly 5 years from the day you started.
5 years from the day I started.
And so, is there anything else that you'd like people to know that I haven't talked about, or how long do you think you'll keep this wonderful, invincible mission to spread positivity going?
Well, I don't think I'm ever going to stop. I mean, seriously, if I was sick in bed, which I have been a couple of times, I at least chalk on my own sidewalk. And so, you know, I don't think I'm ever going to stop. It has just become a part of my life and a part of who I am now.
Great. Thank you so much for joining me.
You are very welcome. Thank you for doing the story.
In Sheboygan, I'm Abigail Blackrick with My News 26.